Good morning, guys. Today is Tuesday, February the 2nd. I'm sure you can tell by now that I'm not at school today and you have someone filling in for me. With that being said, I need for you all to be on your best behavior. And if you give anyone any problems, then I will deal with you when I return tomorrow. Everybody needs to make sure that they have a computer out and on your desk. You should be logging in to Schoology. The password to log into the computers is one jackets exclamation mark with a capital J. You need to sign in to Schoology. Once you get signed in to Schoology, you need to click on your English course. And then you will need to go to the third 9 weeks folder. You're going to click on Module 2, February 1st through February 5th. And then you're going to find today's date, which is Tuesday, February the 2nd. Click on that. All right. DGP 11. Now, if you click on this page, it's going to tell you to go back to Monday's folder and click on DGP. Answer the Tuesday portion of the week and click submit. Okay, so all you have to do is go back up here to the top, click Module 2, February 1st through the 5th. Let's go back into Monday's folder and click DGP 11. Open assignment with Cami. Scroll down to Tuesday. Now on Tuesday, we have to underline our subject once, our predicate twice. We have to identify our simple subject, and we have to determine if our verb is transitive or intransitive. Okay. We also identify prepositional phrases, but if you go back up and you look at Monday's answers or responses, we don't have a preposition in our sentence. Therefore, we will not have a prepositional phrase. Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is go down here to my insert shape. I'm going to click on insert a line. Now, we students are learning grammar. Who is this sentence about? We students. Okay, so what should we do to we students? We should underline that how many times? One time. So we're going to underline we students once. Now, what action are the students doing? Are learning grammar. So what do we do to are learning grammar? Underline it twice. Now, what is the simple subject of this sentence? We. Students is in a positive renaming we. It's being more, it gives us more information about who we are, okay? Now, are learning grammar. Are learning who or are learning what? Grammar. So grammar is our what? Direct object. Now, being we have a direct object, is our verb transitive or intransitive? If you have a direct object, then your verb has to be transitive. What is the abbreviation for a transitive verb? VT. Now, this is all you have to do for Tuesday's sentence. So you need to go up here to the top and click Turn In. Click Turn In again. And then it's going to export. You need to wait until it finishes exporting. Now, mine will be different than yours, but when the screen pops up, Submit in the middle, then you'll click Submit. Everybody needs to make sure that you turn that assignment in today, right now. Make sure that you are submitting your DGP right now. When you get your DGP submitted, you may exit out of this tab up here at the top. And I want you to go back to Module 2, February 1st through the 5th, and click on that folder. Click on Tuesday, February 21st, or Tuesday, February 2nd. All right, we're going to skip this finish up. We're going to actually come to it last. And I want you to go ahead and click on factor the mileage. You're going to open this assignment with Cami. Now, you will need a sheet of paper and a pencil. You will need a sheet of paper and a pencil, okay? We're actually going to do a little bit of math in reading. When Papa left Texas to go to Arkansas, we're going to fill out and find out how many miles was traveled back and forth, okay? So let's read the directions first. Old Yeller takes place in the central Texas area called the Hill Country. This is marked on the map below by the town of Mason. Study this map. Notice how far the cities are from one another. Figure the mileage in miles or kilometers. 1 mile is equal to 1.609 kilometers between the cities named in the questions below. So we're not actually figuring out like the miles that Papa traveled. We're just figuring out the miles that the characters in the novel traveled within the plot. Okay. So number 1, how many miles or kilometers is it from Mason to Marshall by way of Dallas? So come on up here to your map and let's find Mason. And we need to find Marshall, okay? And it says by way of Dallas. So that lets us know that we have to go through Dallas to get to Marshall, okay? Marshall or Macon, Dallas, and then Marshall. Let me get me a pen and paper too while I'm working this with y'all. Okay, everybody should have something out to write with now. All right, so it says 11.5 miles. $185 kilometers. All right, actually, we don't need to look at this. Scratch that. Okay. This right here from Macon to Dallas is how many miles? 305 miles. How many miles is it from Dallas to Marshall? 272. Okay, so if we want to know what the total mileage is from Macon to Marshall, we need to add 305 and 272. I'm going to let you add that. And when you get your response, you're going to scroll down and you are going to click on T for text box, and then you're going to type your answer into the blank here. Okay. Number 2, if you travel by way of Austin, how many miles, kilometers is it from Mason to Houston? Okay, so from Mason, right here in the center, to Houston, and we're going to travel by way of Austin. All right, so we're looking at, there's 163 miles between Mason and Houston. All right, actually, there's from Mason to Austin, it looks like 115. And then from Austin to Houston, 163. So you're going to add the 115 and the 163, and that will tell you how far it is from Mason to Houston by way of Austin. Once you get your answer calculated, you're going to come down here, click for text box, and type in your response. Okay. Number 3, is it closer to go from Mason to Houston by way of San Antonio or Austin? Okay, so Mason to Houston is 278 miles. Mason to San Antonio is 113 miles, and then 201 miles. Okay, so if you add 115 and 163, that gives you 278. And if you add 113 and 201, that gives you 314. Which way is shorter? Which way is closer? You're going to type in either San Antonio or Austin. Taking the most southerly route, how far is it from Abilene to Corpus Christi? All right, so southern route, if you were to look at a compass, north, south, east, west. Okay, so from Abilene to Corpus Christi, we've got to go south. So we're going to go 113 miles. Abilene to Mason is 113. Mason to San Antonio is 113. And then San Antonio to Corpus Christi is 141. All right, so let's see what our question asked again. How far is it from Abilene to Corpus Christi? Okay, so those numbers that we just read off, you need to go back and you need to add. All right, and the total that you get, you're going to come down here, click on your text box, and then you're going to type in your response. Number 5, is it closer to Amarillo or Marshall from Mason? All right, is it closer to Amarillo or Marshall from Mason? So Mason is here, and we're looking at Amarillo. Okay, so from Mason to Abilene is 113 miles. From Abilene to Amarillo is 272 miles. You need to add those together and figure out the distance from Mason to Amarillo. All right, and then we're looking at Marshall from Mason. So Mason to Dallas is 305 miles. And then Dallas to Marshall is 272 miles. Okay, we're going to add those together and figure out which one is the shortest. All right, I have my answers. You should have yours. You're going to type in Amarillo or Marshall. Number 6, make up 5 mileage questions of your own using the map on this page. Be sure to include an answer key. We're going to skip the last part on ask a classmate to answer the questions. Actually, there's not really enough room to write your questions or to type your questions on the sheet. So we're just going to go ahead and omit number 6 for right now. Okay, omit number 6. When you get all of your answers typed in to this document, I want you to go up here to the top and click Turn In. You're going to have to click it twice. Wait on it to export, which will take a few minutes. Your screen will not say this, that mine does. Okay, it'll pop up Cami again, and then you'll have a gray screen in the middle that has the word submit. Click submit. When you have successfully clicked submit, then over here under submissions, your name should pop up and it should say assignment submitted. Okay, when you finish that, we're going to go back to Module 2 and click on Tuesday. Now it says finish up. Okay. The directions for this are going to change just a little because I'm not there. For any one of you who have not or who has not finished any work from chapters 4 through 6, you have the rest of this class period to get everything completed and turned in, okay? You need to make sure that all 17 of your quad cards are finished and that you have found your synonyms and your antonyms and that you have written your sentences, okay? And also imported your pictures. When you finish your quad cards, you need to make sure that you have submitted them. Also, if you did not finish your comprehension questions for chapters 4 through 6, then you need to take the time right now to get those finished and get them submitted. Now, you will go back to third 9 weeks, Module 1, and you will click on Wednesday, January the 27th, in order to find your Old Yeller quad cards for chapters 4 through 6. Again, that is Wednesday, January 27th, to find your Old Yeller quad cards, okay? If you are looking for your Old Yeller comprehension questions, you are going to go back to third 9 weeks. You are going to click on Module 2, and you're going to go to Monday, February the 1st. And it's the second thing. You're going to click on Old Yeller 4 through 6 comprehension questions. You'll open assignment with Cami. And you will finish typing in your responses. Now, if you need to use your novel, you may do so. If you do not have a copy of your novel, then you may get the packet out that I gave you last week, and you may use that. Also, if you have already handwritten your responses, then you just need to simply go back in and finish typing your responses into Schoology and then click submit. Okay? Now, for those of you who are finished with your quad cards and your comprehension questions, you are going to go into Classworks. And my screen is not going to look like your screen, but you're going to click on instruction. And you are going to complete the assignments that are listed there for you. Okay? Those of you that are finished, you are going to go into Classworks and you are going to complete instruction. The other thing too that you all may work on is in that packet that I gave you last week, there was a crossword puzzle on the front of the packet for chapters 1 through 6's vocabulary. You may go ahead and begin working on that. I understand that you don't have the quad cards for 4 through 6 because I will have to print them out for you, but you may go ahead and try figuring it out with the information that you do have. You also have your computer in front of you, so you can go back and access your quad cards from the computer and complete the crossword puzzle. You should have chapters 1 through 3 vocabulary word in your notebook in the packet that I gave you a couple of weeks ago that you were supposed to keep up with. There's no reason for you to be talking to anyone next to you or beside you. There's no reason for anyone to get up out of their seat. There's no reason for anyone to ask to go to the restroom unless it is an assigned restroom time. Again, if I get a note that you have given anyone any problems or issues, then I will deal with you come tomorrow. Please make sure that all of your work is completed and submitted before you leave to go to your next class. I hope you have a great day. And if you have a question about something, all you have to do is send me an email and I will try to respond rather quickly. All right. I hope y'all have a great day and I hopefully will see you tomorrow. Bye.